Sometimes it's really nice to have a dessert recipe that's a little bit different, but also safe for guests if you're not really sure what they like to eat. This raspberry fool dessert is something that most of us may not be familiar with, but it is so crowd-pleasing and delicious. Come on into the kitchen, let me show you how to put it together. To start our raspberry fools, we have to have a raspberry sauce. And so we do that with frozen raspberries. I have 12 ounces in this pot, and I've already made some, so I'm just going to kind of talk you through how the basics go. 12 ounces of frozen raspberries. Then you're going to put in the juice of half of a lemon. You could use like store-bought raspberry jam here, but it's just not the same thing. So really better to do this with fresh if you can. And then 2 tablespoons of honey. You can use any good honey that you like. You can use sugar here if you want to, but you know me and trying to use less sugar all the time, so that's really important. And then you just kind of stir this together, get everything going, put it on the stove on medium heat and simmer it for about 6 or 7 minutes, stirring it constantly, and it will begin to thicken up. That's all you have to do. Turn it off and let it cool completely. If you were to try to make these raspberry fools with hot raspberry sauce, it's going to completely melt your whipped cream, so don't do that. So I'm going to set that to the side. We can finish that one later. That'll be nice for having for dessert tonight. And I have 2 cups of cold cream here. This is not milk, not half and half. Good heavy whipping cream. So I have 2 cups of that. And into that, I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of vanilla. This could not be simpler. This is just wonderful. We're going to make homemade whipped cream. That's basically it. And a few more tablespoons of honey. We want this to be sweet enough. So let's get that in. I'll have all the full measurements for you in the description box, and I would love to hear your thoughts on raspberry fools. Have you had one before? Have you not? Are they feeling kind of interesting and strange? You're gonna love it. So let me just show you how to whip this up. Whipped cream is just a blender and our sweeteners, and here we go. Okay, so we've made it to soft peaks, and I want to show you what that looks like. So when I lift the beaters out, well, that's almost stiff enough. Sometimes it'll fall over a little bit. I'm going to give it just a second longer, and when I'm really confident that we've got nice, good, stiff, solid peaks, I'll be back to show you. Now I'm happy. So you can see that when I lift the beaters, the whipped cream holds its shape. And that's what it should do for you. If you beat it too long, you'll make butter. So you want to make sure you stop just when you see those peaks that'll start to stand up on their own. Now, because I'm so good at making a mess, let me clean everything up a little bit here, and I'm going to show you how I serve this. I really like to do this in something clear so that people can see all the parts of what they're eating. So I've got these little small jars here, and here's my raspberry sauce. So I'm going to show you how to put these together. It's really, really simple. You start by putting a little bit of each thing in the jar. You don't really mix it all together. So you take a little spoonful of your raspberry sauce, and I usually just put a little dab down in one corner. Then take a little bit of your whipped cream, drop it over there. Hardly perfect, you know me. Okay, and then a little more raspberry, just put it on that side. Just kind of mixing it together, certainly not with any sort of precision or anything. So there goes some more whipped cream, and I'm gonna just drop some raspberry sauce on top of that. And you just keep going until you have them full. Now I do this in any size container. You can use just a tall clear glass if that's what you have. I do it in little ones if I want to serve a lot of people. You can make these up to 2 hours in advance. Because the whipped cream isn't stabilized, you can put gelatin in it if you choose to stabilize it and keep it up, but because it's not stabilized, it will begin to lose its volume over time. So no more than a couple of hours in advance. And take your knife and just run it through just a little. Like I just kind of almost tap mine through. I don't even really swirl anything, just a little bit like that. And they're so pretty. Look how pretty that is. And to serve it, I'll also add a little bit of a cookie. These are pizelle cookies, but anything that's like a waffle cone or something like that is perfect in these, and they are so good. For more dessert recipes, you can check out this playlist right here, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.